Hi, my name is Bruce Mackenzie, and welcome to the Toolkit Toolkit on applying IFRS for SMEs to micro-entities. Now, the objective of this toolkit is to assist you in applying the IFRS for SME standard issued by the International Accounting Standards Board to micro-entities. Now, what is a micro-entity? To start off with, there's no definition of a micro-entity, but generally this is any entity that's within the scope of the IFRS for SME standard. That scope requires you to have no public accountability and prepare general purpose financial statements. In addition, remember that you will need to see that you meet the requirements of the Companies Act. We believe that this guide will be very applicable to companies below 100 points in terms of the public interest score where there is no framework determined for them. Now, to access the program, click onto the Psycho logo that's on your desktop. This will launch the following screen where you can access the various parts of the toolkit. Now, this toolkit includes 4 things. Firstly, an applicability checklist. Secondly, detailed application guide. Thirdly, some model financial statements. And lastly, a disclosure checklist. Let's start by taking a look at the applicability checklist. This checklist should be your starting point in applying this guide. It gives all the requirements of saying whether you should or shouldn't be applying this standard or whether you have to apply full IFRS or the full IFRS for SME standard. Remember that the guide for micro-entities has taken out a lot of the complex sections that are in the SME standard. For example, hedge accounting. So if you are doing more complex accounting, you'll most likely need to default to the full IFRS for SME standard. Secondly, there is a detailed application guide. This is an electronic searchable guide that you access through this application. And this will help you in looking at all the provisions of the standard. Each chapter deals with one of the aspects in the IFRS for SME standard and explains those requirements in detail. As I mentioned, you can search for various phrases to help you find the guidance that you're looking for. Thirdly, there are model financial statements that we've prepared using caseware. These will help you see what a set of accounts should look like under this guide. And lastly, there's a disclosure checklist. This will help you ensure that you've complied with all the presentation disclosure requirements in the standard. We hope you find this tool useful, and if you've got any feedback, please do contact us on psychoguide@wconsulting.co.za. Take care.